Hey everyone, Token Dave over here, the dorky token black guy that's just trying to get by, and welcome to another lunch break reaction, lunch break review, lowdown review. Anyway, I'm doing an impromptu review, nothing scripted, right off the top of my head. I finally saw Justice League, took me long enough, but I just want to give my thoughts on it. Before I go, I will say that I'm going to give a description, and it's going to spoil Batman vs. Superman. So if you're sensitive to spoilers and everything, please look away or watch Batman vs. Superman and come back. But, if you don't care, let's go. So, Justice League picks up directly after the events of Batman vs. Superman, where basically Superman, the beacon of hope and the world's greatest superhero, is dead. And with his death, it has triggered something called a mother box. 3 boxes that are scattered throughout the world. And this event with the triggering of the mother box brings about Steppenwolf, a being that tried to conquer the Earth thousands of years ago, whom was repealed by the joint forces of the Amazons, Atlanteans, mythical gods, and other alien creatures. Well, Steppenwolf is now heeding the call of the Mother Box, and the remaining members of the Dawn of Justice, or the world's finest, I should say, the remaining members of the world's finest, Batman and Wonder Woman, are trying to recruit other metahumans in order to team up to put a stop to Steppenwolf and his world conquest crusade. The DCEU has been very underwhelming, and that's putting it mildly. Man of Steel was basically meh and everything, and it made Superman look like an incompetent, moody mope, which is really not like him. Batman vs. Superman, oh good God of mercy, we don't even talk about that. Suicide Squad was a decent attempt, but just falls short, where Wonder Woman was amazeballs. So this movie had a lot riding on it, and basically from the box office, it's not doing well, which puzzles me because given all the issues with production, behind the scenes and everything, this movie is actually not that bad. It does a decent job contrasting themselves from the Avengers, where basically with the Avengers, you had to be introduced to every single character in their own movie. Here you are introduced to basically 3 people in their own movies, and the rest of the team were introduced right here. And basically they were greatly expanded upon, which is pretty interesting because we don't know as much about them in this rendition, but we got their personalities fairly well here. In addition, while the plot is very simple, it is actually easy to follow, and it just doesn't take anything away of trying to be overly complicated, overly deep, and have a lot of unnecessary undertones, which is one of the problems that Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice had. Another thing that this movie improved upon is the pacing. While it can be slow at times, it's very rare where it's slow. There's basically one chunk of the movie that's really slow, but the rest is actually well-paced, In addition, basically, the character interactions are amazing. Everyone gelled well together, and the definite standouts are Aquaman and Cyborg. I'm really excited to see what they do with Aquaman next year, and Cyborg is going to be a very pivotal character with everything that comes into the future. One thing that really bothered me was the CGI. Now, this goes into the production issues that they were having, so basically I can understand that, but the CGI is really, really off-putting, I mean, everyone's riffing about the way Henry Cavill's face looks because he had to have a beard and they had to CGI his face, but that's a nitpick compared to the other CGI clusterfuckery that is in this movie. And so that's my biggest complaint. Another complaint that I have about this movie is that some of the representations of some of the characters that you do see are terrible. And I'm talking about the Flash. The Flash in this does not act like Barry Allen at all. All right. Now, if they were making this Bart Allen, then that's pretty cool. But no, Flash in this is terrible. A terrible representation. Ben Affleck does a good job as Batman. Ben Affleck is actually, despite my issues with Batman vs Superman, Ben Affleck to me is actually one of the best people that has actually taken the role. There are rumors about him ducking out. I hope those rumors are false because we need Ben Affleck in. So I got those complaints of it. But there was another, and character misrepresentation. Mira. Oh my God, they made Mira look like a little bitch. They said Mira is the badass queen of Atlantis. And, she just gets slapped and then she's down. Like, what the fuck? Really, guys? Come on. 21st century, and especially with everything going on, with women fighting back and everything, about against their accusers. Come on, you can do a better job than that. I am thoroughly surprised with Justice League in both the negative reaction and basically the poor box office numbers because, even though I'm more of a Marvel fan than a DC fan, and I've been really dreading the DCEU, this is actually a decent step in the right direction, and it was a lot of fun. I do recommend this movie highly, well, not highly, but I do recommend this movie. You should watch it in a movie theater and then buy it. And despite this rate, but with the CGI issues, some of the character representations, all I gotta say is Justice League is cool, but it's a high cool and everything. So I clearly can recommend it. Agree, disagree? Drop me a comment below. Give me a like, subscribe, follow me on Facebook and Twitter, and ring that bell so you know when a new video loads. But until then, this has been Token Dave, the dorky token black guy just trying to get by, and I'll catch you guys later.